Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Chris Grant, and you are watching 417 Top 5. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Perfect Tilt Pinball. We're going to be talking about a comedy show coming up in Ozark, Missouri. Bringing you a couple highlights from WTF 417. We're going to talk about a rap duo named Sugarush and Sprinkles. And also, we're going to talk about the comedy roast battle that happened at Foreman's Basement recently. So stick around, and thanks for tuning in to 417 Top 5. First, I want to thank our official sponsor, Heavy Heads Records. And you can use a coupon code if you go download our app from the Google or iPhone stores. You can use the coupon code TRYApp for 25% off your first purchase. And now our unofficial sponsor for this video, Hood's Truck Stop out in Ozark, Missouri, just down 44 on your way to Joplin. Man, great late night eats, open 24 hours. If it weren't for them, I'm not sure I would have gotten through the pandemic quite like I did. So thank you guys again. Special shout out to Matt. Keep cooking those hash browns and pancakes the way you do, man. And thank you for being a comedy fan. First on the agenda today is Perfect Tilt Pinball. Now, this is an interesting story, really cool story. I've known Brandon for a while. He's bought a few records from me. And, of course, he's the owner of Perfect Tint. They tint windows for cars, trucks, etc. They've been doing it for a long, long time. When I got my Camaro, they actually picked it up from my shop and brought it back to me tinted while I was at work. That's awesome. It was so cool to get in my car right after work and not have to worry about the windows being tinted. They were already done. The only thing I had to worry about was not rolling down my window for a day. And I accomplished that. So thanks again to Perfect Tint. So I said Perfect Tilt Pinball, I think, which is half true. Half correct, I should say. It started out as Perfect Tilt Pinball. It's grown so big that it's become its own monster, and it's now Perfect Tilt Pinball. And they're on Glenstone, I believe, just right over next to Kinney Amusement. Perfect Tilt started out very, very small in the corner of Perfect Tint shop. It's gotten so big they've got their own location, and you can find them now at 521 South Glenstone. One of the big reasons that drew me to Perfect Tint was not my friendship with Brandon or the fact that he was a customer. It's the fact that he takes such good care of these games. I don't know if you've ever been to another place before, where they've got pinball games, video games, etc. It seems like there's something broken on every machine, maybe it's small, maybe it's a big thing that's broken. But I've had that same experience myself. And I can tell you that you're not going to have that experience at Perfect Tilt. Brandon is so obsessive about these pinball machines that you're going to have a great experience every time. He also participates in tournaments through Stern, pinball manufacturer. He knows way more about it. I can explain way more about it than I can, but I did go to Perfect Tint when they had the pinball. I've been showing you some footage here and there of that. And the game selection's only gotten better. Another reason I really dig it is because they have a huge focus on music-related games, which I am very, very much a fan of. So, we're talking titles like Kiss, we're talking Led Zeppelin, he's got a Rush game. I'm sure there's tons more I'm not thinking of. I think AC/DC. Yeah, definitely AC/DC. There's probably a bunch I'm not thinking of, but it's so cool, guys. The Eagles Lodge comedy show in Ozark. This is going to be my second comedy show that I've produced, and the first one being at QNOteca on Commercial Street. We had a great crowd. We did amazing there, thanks to all the performers, and of course Kevin Lowry for getting us the venue to begin with. Be looking out for maybe another show there. But for now, again, we're talking about the Eagles Lodge in Ozark, Missouri. We've got a great lineup for that show. It's going to be, we'll start with the openers all the way up to the headliner. It's going to be Eric Paulson, otherwise known as EP in the comedy scene and around. Braden Jones, he came into the comedy scene tearing it up. Loves comedy, young comic, very funny. Then you got me. I'm number 3. Hilarious comedian, probably one of the best in town. And I can also say one of the most humble, probably the most humble comedian in town. Totally kidding. I put myself in that position because that's when I think people are going to be wanting to use the bathroom, maybe go smoke cigarettes, etc. And, I want to set them up well for the next 2. We got Katie Still and then Nick Lacer. Okay, maybe I'm funny enough to hold it for. I hope you guys think I'm funny enough to hold it for. Really. Anyway, Katie Still, hilarious. She headlined a show down in another show I produced in West Plains, Missouri at the Yellow House. Shouts to Garrett. Absolutely killed it. The crowd loved her. The whole thing was really cool. And I have no doubt that she's going to kill it again. That being said, we've got Nick Lacer as the headliner. Nick's hilarious. He's out of Clinton, Missouri. And, it was a big toss-up between him and Katie being the headliner of the show. And he won only because he's an Eagle, just like me. So, I thought bringing a fellow Eagle from Clinton down to the Ozark Eagles Lodge, we have 2 Eagles on the bill. It just makes sense, So many talented comedians on this show. And I also would urge you guys to look up other shows on different dates than this show. No other shows exist on June 7th. But any other date, feel free to look up other shows in town. And honestly, speaking of that, I do want to give a shout out to somebody. We all know the Blue Room. Let's give a shout out to them. They're doing a great job. Somebody else local who's producing shows, working his butt off, is Harrison Broadstreet. If you see a Don't Tell ad come across your Facebook, or want to seek it out, look it up. He's putting on some great shows locally too. So make sure to check him out. I'm sure I'm forgetting some other people. I think Levi and Leighton, they're doing some stuff over at Foreman's, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So keep your eye on local comedy. We've got such great talent here. We really do. In other comedy news, there was a roast battle recently at Foreman's Basement in Springfield, Missouri. That's 1926 West College, and they do a lot of comedy shows out there. Leighton Flatt is producing those shows, and Levi Light, of course, has the place where it is, the venue. They work together a lot. They go on tour together. And the roast battle, I wasn't there, wasn't able to go, but I heard it was really, really cool. Heard that it was pretty brutal at times, which I love. I love roast battles. I love these underground independent comedy shows. You really need to check them out. In this battle, it was interesting. Levi Light is the reigning champion. He was at home and he wasn't supposed to be in the battle. However, somebody dropped out and he had to jump in. He is the reigning champion, but he did not win this battle. So who did? That would be, it came down to 2 guys. One guy actually they had all the way from Kansas City, named Mick Rice Hall. The other guy is a local Springfield guy. One of my favorites locally. Been watching him for a long time, probably since before he was old enough to drink. Carter Fancook. Mick versus Carter Fancook. I heard it was pretty brutal, and actually I heard Mick had been knocked out but came back as the wild card to even be there with Carter, but Carter did take the victory in the roast battle. I don't know that means he dethroned Levi, because again, Levi wasn't really technically supposed to be there, so I don't know how the rules work on that. Maybe we can get some Facebook drama going about it. I don't know. Leave something down in the comments. We'll talk about it. Now it's time to talk about local music. Before I go talking about Sugarush and Sprinkles, I got to mention Shape Eater as one of our other unofficial sponsors. That's why I'm wearing this hat. Let's talk about Sugarush and Sprinkles. Now, who are these people? If you go to YouTube and search Tex Rhinestone, you might find out. This is a rap duo from Springfield, Missouri. I happened upon them, honestly. Oh, I know how I happened upon them. One of my record store customers posted one of their videos. I checked it out. They used Bud's Tire and Wheel for one of the backgrounds of their videos. And I thought the video, I'll be honest, I did think it was funny. Me and Mike have talked about the video since then. And yeah, he asked me if I thought it was funny, and I did. But I also think that these two don't take themselves too seriously. And I also think that there are some legitimate good bars in these songs. And that's exactly what I told him. Shout out to Michael Hitt and his girlfriend. I'm so sorry I don't remember your name right off the top of my head. All I know you as is Sprinkles. So forgive me. You guys are awesome. I dig the new video. You dropped it 5 days ago. It's got almost 600 views. So that's pretty good. A lot of your other stuff is hitting about 2,000 or so. And they've been out a little bit, but I think as more people watch, I think you'll get more views and people will dig it. So I really dig it. Again, look up Tex Rhinestone, Sugarush, and Sprinkles. Tell me what you think, man. These guys are having a good time. Recently, I heard in an interview from South by Southwest that they're working on technology to extract your thoughts from your brain wirelessly. And that brings me to my third unofficial sponsor today, Reynolds Wrap. I'm blocking out those radio waves, and that's why I'm wearing this hat. Last but not least, I am going to bring you one of my favorites from WTF 417. There's no shortage of content and entertainment on that group. Unfortunately, I watch a lot of these videos and think to myself, these are hilarious and I wish we could do better. Okay, guys, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube. Share it around Facebook. Do whatever you do. Comment below. Even if it's a hateful comment, help me with that engagement. I will comment back and more people will see your hateful comment. So anyway, man, this has been really fun to do. And let me know, if you've got any other topics, anything you want me to talk about locally next time. Other than that, man, check out my record store, check out my other content, and I will catch you next time.